Good morning and welcome to Cooley Outdoors. I'm your host, Brandon Scott, and with me again is Nash.
Hello.
He's putting his snow pants on.
I'm back.
Yep, sadly, he's back.
Yeah, sadly.
So today, for once, we are east of the mountains. I know, for calling ourselves Cooley Outdoors, and coulees are a landform found in Central Washington. We didn't go to Central Washington very much. But, you know, we're exploring and extending our foothold on the continent.
Oh my God.
So we are at Lake Wenatchee State Park, just outside of Plain, Washington, along Stevens Pass.
So plain out here.
Probably another 15-20 minutes west of Leavenworth, so we're between Stevens Pass and Leavenworth. And in the winter, the state park doesn't plow the campground loops. They groom it for skiing, and there's also a separate snowshoe system. So if you want to do cross-country skiing or snowshoeing, there's a good amount of distance here. We are going to start, this video is going to be on the north side, the north campground loop, and it's probably going to be, we'll do the outer, the encirclement loop, and then the inner loops. And that's probably going to be 6 or 7 kilometers in total. And then if we're still feeling good, we'll go down to the south loop and go do that there. And there's even more there. And then there's even more if we were to go to Chihuahua Sno-Park and go do some other stuff there. So there's a lot of potential, multiple days of good potential skiing here at Lake Wenatchee State Park and then the neighboring Chihuahua Sno-Park. So for this first one, we're going to go do the North Campground Loop and go ski along the outside edge, and it'll take us, eventually, it'll take us along the outlet of Lake Wenatchee and along the Wenatchee River. So that's kind of the reason why we're here, to see something a little different instead of just being in forest. So thank you for joining us. So I kind of goofed. I should have grabbed the North Cascades book, because as I will show you, the South Cascades book, when they were split, when they're first and second edition, when they're 2 separate books versus it all being in one book, the dividing line between the North Cascades and the South Cascades is Stevens Pass Highway, Highway 2. And since we're on the Stevens Pass Highway, where we are is like right there, and there's not going to be anything in this book, so whoops. Instead, I will show you 100 Best Cross-Country Ski Trails in Washington, 3rd edition, when they combine it. Number 17, Lake Wenatchee State Park. Skis only, groomed, easiest, up to 14 miles between the north side and the south side. It's all flat campground loop along the lake, and ooh, it's starting to snow. Oh. So we are parked. Come on, camera, focus. Thank you. So we are parked at that right-hand snowflake where it says North Park Ski Area. We're going to do this outside loop first, where eventually it goes along the lake and the river. And then we'll go do those little inside loop bits there. And if we're still feeling up to it, we'll go across and go do the south side. And then maybe even go to the golf course, because you can ski through the neighboring golf course too. But that's about it. It's going to be a flat ski through a state park campground, and it's just trying to snow on us a little bit, so let's get out and go enjoy it. Alrighty, good morning. So Rex is parked over there. There's probably only parking for 6 or 10 cars, maybe, if you can fit them in good, maybe 15. But Rex is parked over there. This is the entrance to the campground in summertime. This is all paved road for campground. So we're gonna go ski through the north, like I said, north side campground loop first. We're gonna hang a right. If you go left, they've got plenty of signage making sure people, because there's snowshoe trails in here too, and you can just regular hike the snowshoe trails too, but you got plenty of signage making sure people don't bring their snowshoes and mess up the ski trails. So ski trail goes that way, ski trail goes that way. That way is the quicker way to the river and the lake views, but we want to get the whole thing, so we're gonna go to the right and around, and eventually we'll come out to the lake and then come all the way back along and come back over here. And it's going to be probably 4-ish kilometers. You can see the snowshoe trail going off right there next to Nash. But we'll hop in the tracks and begin our little adventure at Lake Wenatchee State Park. Slightly snowing here. And it got warm yesterday here. It got to almost 40 degrees, so it's going to be a little crunchy since it didn't snow last night. We were thinking maybe it was going to. But because it didn't, it's going to be a little crunchy in here, which is fine. Yeah, this is pretty much what it's going to be like, is just flat ski campground loop. And up here, I think we'll be taking a right, maybe. But yeah, not the bestest of snow conditions, maybe, but it's doable. Let's see here. No, that just goes, I'm not sure where that goes. I think we want to go straight, because that just looks like where they take the groomer in and out. So yeah, I think we want to go straight and go get on this next set of tracks. We'll see how long today's goes. From yesterday's skiing, I've got a bit of a blister on my right heel, so we'll see how this goes today. But yeah, a nice, flat, peaceful ski through a quiet campground in the snow. Would like if there was still snow on the trees, but it's too warm and most of the trees dropped their snow. Should make sure Nash is behind me. Yes. Then there's the other inner loop for the campground. Ugh. Oh, come on. Yeah, snow's not in the best condition. Especially when clumps of it fall out of the trees and yeah. Ooh, almost fell backwards. That would have been less than ideal. Yeah, this is a pretty bustling state park in the summer, but in the winter, especially on a weekday, almost all, in fact all the traffic but us, stop at the top of Stevens Pass. So we've got the whole place to ourselves at the moment. There are no other cars in the lot. Uh-oh, the groomer made a goof. Ugh. Ugh, snow's not the best. Definitely not the best conditions, but we're still going. So in hindsight, today might have been one of those days where we stopped at the Stevens Pass Nordic Center and go for a ski there. But oh well. Which might be in a future video, so I'll put that there. Campsite. Oh, snowshoe trail crossing?
Oh, okay, cool. I see the skier went off trail a little ways too. Interesting. Oh, this is gonna be so pretty when we get to the lake.
I know. Okay.
Uh-huh. So yeah, in hindsight, Nash, it may have been better to just stay at the pass today, but oh well.
I think it was pretty good.
Ugh. Yeah.
Hardly took a
Yeah, it's probably getting to be about time to put more wax on these skis though. Supposed to do it every like 6 to 8 times, and I think we've taken them out 4 or 5, so probably need to be waxed. If we don't end up going anywhere tomorrow, I'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, definitely not the best snow conditions, but oh well. Ugh. Ooh, that's gross. Looks like we're making the turn down into the lake, huh? Huh? What's the matter? Oh, well. Oh, it's not tracked? Interesting. Wonder why they stopped tracking it. That's quite the hill too. Well, only one thing to do. Ow. Why the f is this not groomed? Or tracked? Like, if you're going to say your shit's tracked, then track it the whole way. And there's no mention of there being a steep hill to go down or up. It says that's an easy trail. That is not easy. That is also means I got a whole bunch of bleeping to do now. Stupid ass. Groom your fucking shit. It'd be nice So they do what they're told, or what they said they're going to do. There's the lake. So they're just not gonna groom it over here along the lake at all? That's dumb. Oh, nice. And there's another fucking big hill. So much for this being an easiest grade. Well, I guess this is why we're out here doing this, because this is not obvious. This is obviously not an easiest grade, and it's not tracked. But the lake is right there, so hopefully we'll go figure out a spot to go along the lake maybe. So yeah, easy trail my butt. I'd like to see anybody on track skis make it around this hairpin. But it looks like the trail's gonna drop down to the lake shore. Yep, Nash's track. So yeah, they probably just couldn't track that because of the snow and it's too steep maybe. Yeah, that was kind of poopy, but now it looks like we're going to be along the lake for the rest of this. That was kind of poopy, but hey, we struggle, so you don't have to, YouTube. Now you know. I guess we'll.
You want to get exposure here, or you want to go up further?
We'll just putz about.
Okay.
Because there is an island down here a little ways, and I think I want that in the long exposure.
Alright. I just saw that log and figured that was a good spot to sit on.
What log? Oh, that one?
Yeah.
I mean, we can take a look.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's going to come steal our skis while we're 20 feet away.
They're going to see that's not tracked and they're going to say,
Yep.
Yep. Oops. Sorry. Language.
No, it's fine. I can bleep it out. There's a bunch of language I'm going to have to bleep out from my fall too, so.
Oh, were you filming when you...
Yeah, I was filming those. Yeah.
Yes. That's how it feels.
Shit. I've ate it on plenty of camera.
No, to get to eat FHIT on film.
Uh-huh. Ooh. Ooh. Huh. Maybe not.
No.
Now you gotta get out, turn back around to get back on my skis. I mean, they make track groomers that fit behind snowmobiles. There's no reason why you couldn't have taken a snowmobile up the side of the hill over there where it's a lot less steep.
Yeah.
Because that's how a lot of smaller resorts do it. They don't do it along roads. They have hiking trails or just trails through the forest, and they take a snowmobile equipped with a grooming setup and then a track layer behind it, and that's how they lay down their ski tracks. I don't know why they don't do it here. Because doing it this way and just not having it tracked and go through a super steep section when it says it's supposed to be easiest
It's quite dumb.
Is dumb and dangerous. And I got my skis backwards. So hopefully, going along the lake for the next mile or so, we'll find a spot where we can easily get to the lake shore and take a long exposure and hang out for a bit. But that was dumb. That was dumb, and it looks like You should be doing this going the other direction so you climb both those hills instead of descend those hills. But I was hoping to get the climax of the ski along the lakeshore, so you know what my plan was. Go along the lakeshore last to enjoy it best. But obviously, that was a mistake, because we had to descend those hills instead of climb them. They really should say somewhere, go to the left instead of go to the right. I mean, technically, yeah, we could probably ride our skis out to the log. I mean, they are cross-country skis, but we'll go find a better spot somewhere. It is pretty though. At some point we'll have to find a spot where it's flat to get to the lake shore, hopefully closer to the island down here at the mouth of the lake, or at the outlet of the lake. We will be able to, because there's the island there. Oh no! Oh, come on, skis, get back into the track. Yeah. Just gotta find a flat spot and just traverse with the skis out to the shore. Yeah. Looks like a nice big flat area coming up here on the right, maybe. Yeah, somewhere in here if you can find a log to ski over to sit down on or something. Yeah, and I've got my foam pad too, so if we can just make it out to the shore. The shore is freezing up though, so we can't go too far out. Eh. Yeah, coming up to one of the campground loops. Bit of a tight corner. That looks like a pretty money spot, but are you going to be able to get out there? What does it look like on the other side of this Ponderosa over here? Can you ski out there? There's that tree and stumps there. This would be, somewhere in here would be the spot if we could get there. So now you can look up the lake. Yeah. That's a terrible track job. Well,
Might be our best bet.
yeah, I guess pick a...
where we can sit on the pad if we don't fall in the snow and can't get out.
Yeah.
That's the part about.
Because we just passed the first campground loop, and this is going to go all the way over to the river's edge, so I don't
The
know.
exposure from here, and we just sit there instead of having to risk going out there.
Yeah, there's too many trees in the way. I don't know, do you want to keep going till we reach the end of the lake and then come back and make a decision?
Move a little further.
Right.
I think that's how that's that.
Although Nash, right here, just go through this. There's a couple of logs right there at the edge of shore. You want to try that?
Let me go up there a second.
Okay. And now we're at the fun part, YouTube, trying to decide how to get to the shore of the lake. Hopefully take a long exposure. Yeah, the tracks and surface is quite icy and crusty today. It's not the best surface to be out. What? Is it easier to get to the shore? Okay. Little behind the scenes action. Yeah, I see that.
Right there. There's some more mountains to do over here.
Yeah. Where are you gonna go in? Go down over there then?
Maybe on that log.
Yeah, that looks like somewhere in here. Send it. Maybe.
Whoa.
Huh?
Whoa.
Let's see. It might be too. I don't know, man.
No?
It might be too crusty.
Well, we can sit, I'm sure this is a log right here.
Yeah.
We can sit there. You want to get to the lake, I know.
Well, what if we go to that log out there and go this way? I'm gonna turn the. So after a little discussion and looking at my summer map, satellite imagery of what it looks like up here, it looks like there's an open beach area. So we're gonna go see if we can get to that. And I can see the campground bathrooms here, so it's gonna be built up. And I see a sign here, and I think the snowshoe trail comes in here. Yep, I see more blue signs and blue ribbons, so that's the snowshoe trail up there. And we're gonna come down, and there's a sign to Nash's right. That's also for snowshoe. So the snowshoe trail crosses here. And, oh shit. Yeah. We'll, not run Nash over, but, yeah. I think we're gonna go ski down the snowshoe trail somewhere and, go find a spot out there to take a long exposure and have a little breaky break, drinky drink, snacky snack.
And looky looks.
That's cool. That's the train going over Stevens Pass.
Yeah.
That's not ominous, but I hope it starts snowing some more when we take this long exposure. So, Nason Ridge is up there. Dirty Face Peak is up there. Eventually we'll go do a hike up Dirty Face Peak, and I'll post that video there. But there's also skiing. You can go, it's a non-groomed, marked only, like a 13-kilometer loop that goes up top up there. So eventually when we get backcountry skis, we'll go up there and I'll post that video there. But for now, I guess Nash, let's go find where the other end of this snowshoe trail comes back over. And hopefully it does. If not, we'll come back over here and ski down the snowshoe trail and
It looks like it does.
go find ourselves a spot. Because this is obviously, there's a picnic table there with a water spigot sticking out there.
But why sit at a table when you can just sit in the snow?
Well, I'm just saying, like, this is the main picnic area. This
Yeah.
is, there's probably some parking spots up here too. So there's the little island. The lake goes into the river over there. So we'll turn this corner and go down the river. But first, I want to get a long exposure looking up the lake because that's going to be cool. All right, Vamonos.
Clouds coming over there. That's.
I know, I want to get video of it, Vamonos. I want to get video and
We're walking this way.
I think the snowshoe trail comes back up over there somewhere.
Oh, that's crazy.
And if it doesn't, then it's not going to be that hard to turn around and come back.
It does. I can see it.
Yeah. yeah, this looks like. So there's your bathrooms and some picnic tables. Maybe we can go down this dude's ski track right here, Nash.
Yeah.
That looks like the best bet, and there's some trees and stuff to sit on. But that's gonna be a pretty dang good long exposure if I do say so myself. If I don't die on the way down. Or is there a shortcut onto the trail?
There's people walking right here.
Yeah. Well, you want to go there, or do you go down here and just, huh?
Walk right here.
Okay. Oh no, 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 no. Yeah, so YouTube, it is very icy out today. It is not exactly the bestest of conditions. I was hoping it was going to snow more.
We are sliding pretty well though.
Well, yeah, it's because it's icy.
Yeah.
But again, we have no control and we're going faster than we want. There's a... so I guess we're just gonna stuff our skis into the snow right here and go walk down the snowshoe trail. Don't you be breaking my stuff. That's okay, that can be fixed by super glue. That's not like you snapped it off or anything. It's just a...
It did it.
Yeah, it's just a plastic bit. It's not like you broke it structurally or anything. So yeah, we're gonna go sit over there yonder, take a long exposure, and I'll post the long exposure right there. I know Nash just loves my little sounds.
Especially when you don't put the link in.
I don't know why, but some links don't show up. I think it's if the video gets posted before the other video goes live. So like when I put like 4 or 5 videos up and this video is going up like 8 days later, but the video that I'm linking to goes up like 7 days later, I probably have to reset the link in.
Yeah.
But do they do show up sometimes?
They do sometimes.
Okay, well, I'll have to figure that out.
Either that or you just forget to put it up there.
No, I've always put the links in. When I say there's a link in, like the Dirty Face Peak hike, we haven't done it yet, so there's gonna be no link there. We haven't been up there yet, but the long exposure should be in.
Yeah.
So there's that too. It's not all, but let's go get ourselves a spot while the snow comes in. Well, 45 minutes later, we are going to be leaving now. We had lunch, went and stood on the log over there, had a long exposure off that stump over there. That brown spot is from my foam pad I always take with me. Get one last good look at that scenery. That's probably going to be the thumbnail for this. But as we were getting ready to get off our skis and go hang out for lunch, a local came by and chatted with us because, you know, people are friendly. And we talked to him about how those hills were sketchy. He goes, oh yeah, we call those the suicide hills. You guys went the wrong direction. You should have went this way. It's like, so now we know. Go left instead of right. Howdy. So now we know. Go right instead, go left instead of right when you leave the car, and go the other direction around the hill. But now we have turned the corner.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you're good. We can get out.
Hey guys.
Howdy. Oh, I'm standing on my skis. Guess not. Get back in. Or you're just gonna chug it. Mm-hmm. What?
Getting my gloves on.
Oh. You got picnic tables sprinkled in here for the picnic area in the summertime. You can see there's a boat launch of sorts over there from the south edge of the campground. And then it eventually turns into river over there, and hopefully...
Brought my hand warmers just in case.
Hopefully we will be able to get close enough to the river where we can stop and get a river long exposure too. If not, hopefully we'll be able to get it from the south end. But we'll just have to figure that part out.
Finish it.
Finish it. All right. And it's Rockstar. It's not alcohol. Don't worry. I already had that. Oh, there's a lot in here. Orangey. And it's not carbonated, but it's still cold as shit.
Yep. You're sitting in snow.
Uh-huh. I'm working on it.
I didn't think there was that much left.
Hmm?
I didn't think there was that much left.
I didn't either. It's been like 5 big gulps. Oh, brain freeze.
Uh-oh. You need to bring out hot chocolate when we do this.
Mm-hmm. I know, I need to go dig out my big thermos and make hot cocoa before we leave. I used to do that all the time when we'd go up to Mount Rainier, and Dad would make like 3 thermoses of hot cocoa, and we'd leave 2 in the car and bring 1 with us, and Jared and I would work on the first thermos, and then when it got cold we'd go grab the second one and go hide in the visitor center.
That's what I've been dying to do.
What?
Just snowboarding all day, and sitting in the lodge, hot cocoa next to a fire.
Yeah.
That is winter dream.
Yeah. Let's go find ourselves a spot along the river, hopefully. So yeah, you can see the snowshoe trails really actually up along the river over there. Oh, but we may not be able to get that close. Sliding pretty good in here. Oh no! My left ski didn't ski. It clumped. Which is weird. Yeah. Oh, come on. Maybe we won't be able to get down to the river. Skis, at least not in this snow conditions. I was hoping it'd be a little closer to the river. Snowshoe trail's right there. And there are spots we could theoretically poke our nose through, but probably not. They just jump. Hold on, I'm gonna get a picture of you. You probably can't hear me. It's alright, I got a halfway decent picture of him. So here is one of the 2 campground loops they groom. That's for fishing. because there are Dolly Varden bull trout in here, and you don't want to mess with them because they are highly endangered. And the snowshoe trail is over there. Some animal prints coming in through here. Snowshoers. Icky, yucky, crusty stuff. Icky, yucky, crusty stuff. Coming out of the tracks here momentarily, because we're at the other campground loop intersection. That looks like a nice little hill to go down. You can ski to the Wenatchee River Bridge. Huh, interesting. That'd be cool. Might get some view after all. Pretty river over there. Hopefully we can get to it. River views, river views. Pretty river views. So yeah, we're seeing if there's a better spot to get to the river than back there where the snowshoe trail crossed, but probably not. So we're probably gonna end up turning around once the trail turns back towards the parking, and probably come back this direction to get down to the snowed over gravel bar back there. But it's all right. We're not in any big rush. Yeah, that be our bridge right there. So just turn here. Okay, that's okay. Pretty, pretty. Huh? Yeah, so it's just gonna be another little bit back to park. You wanna go back to that snowshoe trail to go down to the river? Back where that snowshoe trail crossed and get a bit of a long exposure there, because otherwise it's gonna be like 5 minutes back to the car and we're done. So you wanna turn around and go back? I was wondering, I was curious because the sign made it sound like maybe.
Water's more rough.
Yeah, but you're not getting down there. I doubt it. We'll go back over there where it's nice and flat and open.
It'd be cool to do one under the bridge.
Yeah, but we'll go back. All right, YouTube, so we're gonna go back that direction, back to where the snowshoe trail crossed, and go take a long exposure of the river down there, and I will post that right there. All right, one last good look. Oh, some geese. One last good look at the river before we turn left and head west back to Rex to complete the loop. So I guess with this more scenic part, I will do the outro. Thank you for joining us on this cross-country skiing adventure along the North Campground Loop here at Lake Wenatchee State Park. It's only like 12:30, so we're probably not going to be done today. We'll probably go head to the South Campground and go do a little futzing about over there. But I'm gonna make it its own video because it's a technically a different spot, even though it's just across the river. It's a different spot. You gotta drive, go get onto a separate trailhead, yada yada yada. So it's gonna become its own video, and I'll post that, a link to that video right there. So that'll be all for this video. We spent about 20 minutes, 25 minutes down along the river's edge. Got a little snow flurry came in. That was it. So yeah, even if whether we go to the South Loop or not, thank you for joining us on today's adventure, and I'll either see you in about half an hour on one of the South Loop trails, or I'll see you next time, whether we're skiing or hiking or whatever. Have a good one, and ciao. Oh, of course I gotta go uphill now, and it's not smooth skiing because it's icy and crappy. This is poopy. I think the skis definitely need to be waxed again here.